Have you ever wondered if a plant-based diet could transform your health and daily life? Join me as I dive into my journey of meal prep, weekly challenges, and unexpected joys of living foods. And this week, I'll share what worked, what didn't, and a book that could change the way you think about healthy eating forever. So let's get started. First, we're going to dive into my meal prep.
So I have some sprouting seeds here, and I'm just going to put probably 2 tablespoons into the jar. Then we're going to fill it with water, and it's going to soak for about 8 hours. Then I'll dump out the water and let it sit. So I also lid to put on it so that it can get some airflow. And I'm going to put it in a drawer that will be dark.
Next, I get started on my sourdough bread starter.
Okay, we're ready to put in the yeast. And it has dissolved very well. So we're going to pour that in there. It looks like the same color as my mixture here. We're going to mix all that up. I've not watched a video on how to do this, so I'm hoping I'm just following the directions in this book and it's gonna take me where I'm supposed to be. Okay, starter day 1. Okay, so I'm gonna make this crunchy peanut shredded salad and make a couple of bowls for lunch. Okay, we're gonna finish making the crunchy peanut salad, whatever it was called. So I have my quinoa in here, and I'm going to add my shredded cabbage, my carrots, my red bell pepper, my cucumber. Half a cucumber, and green onion and cilantro, and peanuts. We're gonna mix that all up and put it in a bowl. Look how delicious! It looks so good. Been in the kitchen cooking and chopping for 2 hours, and basically have made the starter for the bread. I put the seeds in for the sprouts, and I made this, one salad, and then I have made this kale salad, which is just kale, and then I put some lemons in here and some hemp hearts to sprinkle on top eventually, and then have some chickpeas roasting in the oven that I'll put on top of that. So now it's going to be time for me to make the dressings that I'm going to make. I'm going to make a peanut butter or like a peanut dressing thing and the ranch. So let me get started on that. Oh my gosh, I'm super worried about this. Okay, so the ranch calls for tofu. I've never eaten tofu. It looks really gross. I'm not excited about this, but I'm willing to give it a try, I guess. Okay, so this is basically made with tofu, garlic powder, parsley, vinegar, and some water. That's it. This is the creamy ranch. I had to add more water to the recipe because it was way too thick. I think partly because my tofu was 4 ounces more than what the recipe called for, and I also probably didn't get the right kind of tofu. It said like silken tofu, but my Walmart didn't have that, so I just got like a random tofu. So okay, here's the moment of truth. I'm gonna just try just a little bit, and you'll get to see my real reaction for this. That's too much. That's too much. It tastes like nothing. It tastes like nothing, but it is a good cream. So I definitely think it needs some more spices in it. My solution, everything bagel. We're gonna see if this works. So I'll put it on top and I'm just gonna mix it up. Much, much better. Much better. Okay, so it's been 3 hours and I've basically made 2 salads, so like 4 meals, maybe 5 if I count another salad for this week for lunch. And yeah, that's it. This is why I don't like meal prep. I don't want to spend 3 hours on 2 meals. Why? Everything from scratch. This is why I don't like to do it, because cooking is hard. It takes too long. And then I end up eating junk because it's so much easier and quicker. But anyway, I'm going to figure this out. And this is one of my challenges that I'm noticing this week, is that even planning my meals, getting all the material to do it, to cook it, to prep it, takes forever. But we're gonna figure that out. Okay, so I just finished my new peanut sauce dressing. This is what it looks like. It does not look delicious at all. I'm gonna test it. It's not bad. I think when it's mixed and spread over the salad, it'll be better. But it's not something that you would eat by itself, so, you know. Okay. It's the next morning, and this is my starter. Look how puffy this bag is. Isn't that crazy? So the directions say you can let the air out. Ooh. And then just to mash up the bag some more. And then we're gonna just let it sit again. That's it, just mash in the bag. I also have my bean sprouts. So they soaked in water, and then I'm just gonna rinse them until the water is clear, and then let them sit with no water in it, just them overnight. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about how my sprouts turned out and why I chose sprouts. So sprouts are young plants that are just beginning their growth journey. They're packed with nutrients and enzymes because they're the most vibrant stage in their life cycle. So here is the end result of the sprouts. You can see there. So what makes these little powerhouses so special? Let's break it down a little bit. First, sprouts are incredibly rich in vitamins and minerals. They're high in A, B, C, and E, as well as essential minerals and iron, calcium, and magnesium. This makes them a potent addition to any diet, ensuring that you get a wide range of nutrients in every bite. But it's not just about vitamins and minerals. Sprouts are also packed with enzymes that aid in digestion and boost your metabolism. These enzymes help break down food more efficiently, making it easier for your body to absorb nutrients. Additionally, sprouts are an excellent source of plant-based protein and fiber. The protein helps build and repair tissues, while the fiber supports healthy digestion and helps keep you feeling full longer. Incorporating sprouts into your diet can boost your immune system. The high levels of antioxidants found in sprouts can help protect your cells from damage and reduce inflammation, which is crucial for maintaining overall health. And let's not forget the taste. Sprouts add a fresh, crunchy texture to your meals, enhancing both the flavor and the nutritional value of your dishes. So grow your own sprouts or pick some up from the grocery store. My town doesn't have any, so that's why I'm growing them. Start incorporating these living foods into your meals. Your body will thank you for it. I'm excited to use mine next week to make bravocado toast from the Plant You cookbook. Sunday, I ate some peanut butter and banana oatmeal, and then I didn't eat again until dinner, when I cooked some fresh green beans, an onion, and some canned potatoes. I added lots of spices and it was really good. I also ate a fourth of a pineapple for dessert and made some pineapple ice cream with the rest of it. This is also the day I prepped all of my meals. I made these 2 salads and I worked on my sprouts that you've seen in the prep video before this and created my bread starter. Monday, I decided last minute to make some oatmeal before work. I cut up an apple and cooked the oats on the stovetop, but then eventually transferred that into a microwave safe dish to save some time. I added the apples cooked on the stove with 1 tablespoon of maple syrup and some cinnamon, and it was so delicious. I didn't eat again until about 12:45, but I wasn't getting hungry. I then ate the crunchy shredded salad with peanut sauce, and it was really good, but I don't think I could eat it every day good. Then when I went home, I was really thinking about eating something, but instead I just busied myself so I would be preoccupied and not eat anything until dinner time. For dinner, I only ate 108 calories, of zucchini, yellow squash mushrooms, and a half of an onion. But my child was begging me to make some cookies. So I also decided to make a few of those from the Plant You cookbook. Chocolate chip cookies from the recipe book. So I'm going to try a bite. They were delicious. On Tuesday, I ate 2 of those cookies for breakfast, and then I ate the kale salad with chickpeas and tofu ranch dressing. I was so scared to eat it, and I was so hungry, but I did it anyway, and it was not too bad. I ended up eating all of it. Then I had an apple later for a snack, and my husband cooked some brown rice and some stir-fried veggies for dinner. On Wednesday, I decided to make the dark chocolate cherry oatmeal that's so good. But after about 4 bites, I was not hungry at all. It was really good, but I just didn't want to eat it anymore. And this to me is night and day of what I'm used to. Normally I eat everything I make and I'm always hungry. So for me, but for this week has just been like really different, especially on this particular day. So then for lunch, I had that same crunchy salad with the peanut sauce, but I could only eat half of it. And then I thought I'd eat my oatmeal later, but nope, I still wasn't hungry. And I resisted the temptation of a burger and fries that was being cooked for all of us by the baseball team at work. And I just hit delete on that email and went back to my normal routine. I did not miss it at all. So I went to my second job, started to get hungry, but did not go to my regular habit of grabbing a bag of chips or cookies as it's easily available. When I got home, my husband had again cooked me the same veggies I had for Monday night, and I thought about eating another set of those cookies for dessert. So I set an alarm for 1 hour and then said I'll decide later if I still want them. And guess what? Nope, I didn't even want any of it. This is why this type of eating style works best for me. It takes away cravings. It fills me up. And I have other options for sweet treats. Thursday, I was not hungry still that morning, so I did not eat anything until my kale salad, which I couldn't finish all of it. I'm probably just not a kale kind of person with the salads. It's just too rough in texture for me. I'll have to experiment with other ways to eat it, but I did enjoy the chickpeas and ranch. When I got home, I grabbed a couple of those tasty cookies I'd made earlier in the week, and I headed to this cheese and wine event at my church. So I tried to prepare ahead of time, not to indulge in one of my weaknesses, which is cheese. And luckily they had some fruit, so I put a few bites on this little tiny plate, poured a glass of water, and still felt part of the group. For dinner, when I came home, I heated up some frozen zucchini noodles and topped it with some tomato sauce. Yum. I also had a handful of pumpkin seeds and dried cranberries that I recently bought for a topping for a salad. It was a special dessert that night. Then Friday came and it was my birthday, and I was really worried that I'd eat something I didn't need. Well, there was this cake at work, but instead I grabbed a tiny handful of nuts. for breakfast. I had that leftover oatmeal that I didn't eat from Wednesday and my leftover salad from that day as well. When I got home, my mom had bought me some cupcakes, and normally I'd just eat one. It's one day after all, but honestly, I didn't even want it. I didn't crave it at all. What I did want was some Taco Bell. So I tried to look up what I could eat, and nothing without a lot of don't add this or that. So then I remembered that I saw this video from that author of Plant U posted about making flatbread out of tofu, and thought it would make the perfect thing to create some type of like quesadilla or something. Then I knew I had some leftover mushrooms that needed to be eaten, so I cooked those with an onion and some black beans. I thought, oh, I'll also add some taco seasoning, but guess what? Taco seasoning has added sugar. So I just looked at the ingredients, and lo and behold, I actually already had all the spices. So I added that, chopped a little lettuce, and topped it off with some salsa on my flatbread. Way better than anything I'd buy at Taco Bell. And that was my birthday dinner. I also finished cooking up my sourdough bread right here. Oh, look at that. Doesn't look delicious. And while my next time I want to use wheat flour instead, I can't wait to use it for toast and sandwiches next week.
I recently listened to a book called Healthy AF. This book outlines 7 habits that can truly transform your health. The first habit is something all diets have in common: eating your vegetables. The author emphasizes making vegetables the main staple on your plate and building your meal around them. When I started listening to this audiobook, I had no idea that the author was actually vegan. However, all her habits, while not new to me, served as great reminders. Besides focusing on vegetables, she stresses the importance of getting good sleep, exercising regularly, and actually incorporating meditation into your routine. Surprisingly, meditation is not often included in diet books, so I was really surprised to see it here. But it's actually a really valuable addition because it's talking about reducing your stress. If you can get past the strong language in Healthy AF, it's a great listen or read. It's packed with practical advice that can help you on your journey to better health. So with this whole week under wraps, I will tell you that I stepped on the scale and I was down about 6 pounds. I really couldn't believe it. I know the first week is always when you lose the most, so I'm not expecting these kinds of leaps in the next few weeks. This week, I wasn't even planning to complete the whole week perfectly, but I really think making these videos will also help me keep myself accountable. I'm extremely happy with this week, how this week went, and while my salads weren't amazing for me, I will keep experimenting and hope that next week has some even better options on the horizon. My biggest obstacle will be that we're going on a camping trip, and while others may be experiencing and making s'mores, I'll have to find something different. And while sometimes we typically go out for dinner or stop at a gas station for snacks, I'm going to have to make sure that I have planned enough food to keep myself satisfied and not give in to temptations of other people eating things around me that I have not planned to eat for myself. So come back next week to see how the next week turns out, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment some tips or suggestions that you'd like to see me try, and go master your next moment.